Hi, people of God. Welcome to this week's episode on Queen Inspires You. Your heart is a treasure unto God. Here we inspire, build, grow, and laugh together. Everything God-like and holistic conversations. So, it's a new month. It's a month of April. Welcome to the month of April. Wow. Welcome to a very amazing and inspiring month to be in. And yes, this will be our month. We're going to work and we're going to win in the month of April. I took a very, very necessary break. In our last podcast, I remember that I spoke about how I was feeling so burnt out already, and I took a break from recording. I felt like that break was not even enough. Last week, I was so choked. I was so busy, and I tried so many attempts at recording again, and it didn't just go smoothly. So I told myself, relax again, baby. Just give yourself, cut yourself some slacks, So yeah, I'm here back on the podcast. Welcome back to the most inspiring place to be at the moment. Welcome to Queen Inspires You podcast, a place of inspiration, godlike and holistic conversations. And I hope that wherever that you have been winning and proliferating. How has it been for you? How has it been for you guys? I want to talk about how my match has been. So as my culture here, at the end of every month, I would rate my month and see how well did I do in that previous month. What did I not do well? What would I rate my month like? So yeah, this is that episode where I talk about how the month went. So, but before I just give you this about how the month went, let me just tell you about how the month went, Abby. Yeah, I had a very, very amazing month. I remember that in February, I complained so deeply about how the month was slow. I made complaints about falling sick and, achieving my goals, but you have to just do it out of, you have to do it. Just even when you had low energy, I was just showing up. But for the month of March, I had so much high energy. And maybe because of the fact that in February, my energy was low. So I told myself that in March, I'm going to give out the very best that I can. And I think if I should rate my March, I would say March was successful. I didn't achieve everything that I planned to achieve, but I did most of everything that I was supposed to do. I had a very choked March. In my entire life, I've not been as choked as I was in the month of March. I was so occupied that I didn't even have time for myself. And will I say I liked it? Do I like how I felt so choked? Nah, I didn't like it, to be sincere, because it kind of affected my mental health and my physical body. I was overworking myself, and it wasn't the best place for me to be at the moment. So in March, I finally ended my teaching practice. I think I mentioned that in the last episode. I ended my teaching practice in March. What did I do in March again? I read 2 books. I was supposed to read 3 books in March. I was supposed to read 3 books in March, but I ended up reading 2 books. I read Smart Money Woman. So being that it's still International Women's Month, I wanted to just read something in line with the women's celebration, blah blah blah. So I read 2 books. I read Smart Money Woman, and I read by Arise Ugu. That's how it's pronounced. But if you know the book, you know who definitely wrote it. So I read Smart Money Woman, and I read The Bride Price by Buchi Emecheta. Those books are so very interesting and engaging. I so much love Buchi books a whole lot. I love Buchi books a whole lot. I'm a fan of Buchi books. I love her books. The very first book I read, written by Buchi, that I read was Joy of Motherhood. And I think I was in SS when I read Joy of Motherhood. I read Joy of Motherhood, and I tell you, no book has ever engaged me like Buchi Emecheta book, Joy of Motherhood, has engaged me. I didn't want to drop that book. Every time I read the book and maybe I have something else to do while I'm washing or doing what I'm supposed to do, in my head I'm anticipating what next happens again after that scene I just read. I've not seen any book that really engaged me like Buche Mecheta book has engaged me. It gave me a picture, a mental picture. Like it felt like I was watching a movie. Since then, I fell in love with Buche Mecheta book. So yeah, I read her book. So when I went online, I was looking for what book I could like add up to my goal for reading 3 books in the month, and I saw The Bride Price. I just jumped on it because I know I've read The Concubine by her too. I read The Concubine by Buche Mecheta and Joy of Motherhood, and I'm like, okay, since those 2 books were like mind-blowing, why should I try this one? So The Bride Price was a short book, but it was really like worth the read. Then the topic I was supposed to read was Nearly All the Men in Lagos Are Crazy by Damilare Koko. I think that's the name too. But I can't lie. Being that I've been so working on myself, trying to meet up with goals, I just told myself, it wouldn't be bad if I don't achieve reading 3 books in the month of March. I did my best. I read 2 books already. And I started already with Nearly All the Men in Lagos Are Crazy. But I couldn't just like meet up. So I had to just cut myself some slacks and just relax my head. But I'm proud I did very well in the month of March. One thing I think I learned from March was that consistency pays. Yeah, I'm so proud of me for March. Consistency really pays. I had plans for the month of March. I had goals set that I did follow. What I learned was do not set goals that are unachievable. So I had goals for March, but I think they were just too much. So they were like a whole lot for me to achieve in 5 weeks, 4.5 a week, because March is not completely 5 weeks. So there were a whole lot for me to achieve in 4.5 a week, and mean that then I still had my TP going. I didn't know how to like combine a whole lot of things. Imagine you having to go for teaching practice, then you come back, you have to read the book, you have to eat, you have to do this, you have to wash. I couldn't just finish up those goals that I had, but I did my best and I was on the move. What I learned from March was that set your goals, which I did for February. Don't forget, I set my goals for February too, but for March I learned that still set your goals and just run, give your very best. So for March I gave my very, very, very best that I could give, and it was very, very, very successful month of March. I will tag this episode March Choke because March truly choke. March I celebrated my birthday, and a whole lot of things happened in March, I can't lie. A whole lot of tears too was involved. And my mental health was one thing that I really battled with too in March. That I can't mention what exactly it was, but my mental health was something that was really like battling with me, going front and back. Oh my God. But I thank God. And yeah, something happened again in March. My TP that I ended on 21st of March. That was the last day I went for my TP practice on a Friday. And we celebrated. Your girl received a whole lot of gifts, guys. These students went to their mother's cupboard and packed those ceramic plates. I got plates, I got bowls, I got baskets, I got buckets. God, it was so amazing. I can't lie, I felt really teary, and I was happy that yes, I had achieved my purpose here at TP, at my teaching practice school. Something also happened on that day of saying goodbye. This one really shocked me. It do me like Nigerian movie. It was like Nigerian movie. I can't lie. So everybody was exchanging gifts with their favorite teachers. Those that they want to give gifts. We're exchanging gifts, and we're Auntie, we love you. Then this particular student came and dropped her own present in front of our favorite teacher, per se, in quotes. And according to what I noticed, I don't think she's really close to these people. She was shocked that they gave her gifts to grab. And from what I've realized in my practice there, she wasn't like really liked. Like she's my colleague, so she wasn't like really liked. Really like the favorite person for them. But they gave her gift, and I was wondering why. it happened that let me just shorten the whole story. It happened that these people, they used to wrap their gifts with a paper, is what they call the wrapping, like the gifting nylon, but they couldn't afford that or buy that. So what they used as an alternative was to use like paper from notebooks, to take their notebooks and they used to wrap the gift. So when she opened the gifts right there while we were still in school, it happened that they gave her rusted spoon, spoiled plastic cups, broken plates, and they added sand inside. It was looking so fetish. Like, when you open a gift that somebody gives to you and seeing that gift is not what it is. Like, imagine I give somebody a gift and I give them the opposite of that gift. I give them a bad thing instead of a good thing of that gift. The spoon they gave to her were rusted spoons. The cup they gave to her were plastic cups that were broken, plastic cups that were broken, plastic spoons that were broken, and they added sand, and they even wrapped Pringle container. They wrapped a whole lot of things for her, and I was wondering what sort of expression of hatred is that from young students like this. I was so pained because those people the student that gave her those particular gifts were my students, the class that I teach at GSS 3. And I was like, why would I do that to her? Really, I felt so bad for her because that's a bad thing to do. When we were in secondary school, there are always times that we will have things we want to do to our teachers because we're angry with them. We just have thoughts in our head and we share it among ourselves, I'll do this to anti this, anti that. But we don't end up doing those things. Like, executing it is one thing that we would never do. We might have those thoughts. But these students had the thoughts and they executed it. Oh my God. Such a manner of audacity. It was a very bad day for us because the St. Force started properly and ended in a very chaotic manner. The students went home and went to call their mom because they were beaten like by the school teachers. Went to call their mom and she came to fight, and it ended up being that she said that her child was wrong and she added up to beating her own child too. It was like a very chaotic day. It started up as very sweet and ended up very chaotic. In fact, the principal of the school had to escort us out of the school because he felt like what they did was fetish. They claimed that what they did was just a way to just express anger that they didn't like her. But everything that I do in life, I see a standpoint of spirituality in it. Life is spiritual before it becomes physical. I can't say that was just a mere expression of anger. We don't like you. That had a spiritual backing. That had something that it represented in the spirit world that they might not even know that it does. So it was very chaotic. I can't lie. It was really like, oh God, what is going on here? I think I had a picture. I took a picture. I snapped it. I videoed it. I was like, this is my same people that I used to teach doing such a thing. It just taught me, don't create enemies where they are not needed. Don't just create enemies because there are battles you don't want to start fighting. But March went well. So many experiences. I met a new friend in March too. March went really great, I can't lie. March was a very good month. A month where I beat up myself. A month where I did what I was supposed to do. So if I should rate my March, give it over 100 kind of percent, I think I will say March. What will I say March should be rated as? I think I would say 80 over 100. Yeah. 80 over 100. 80 over 100. I did well, I can't lie. I did really well, and I'm still beating myself for perfection and excellence. I think the key word for me in this month is excellence and perfection. Excellence, perfection, and discipline. Those three words. Excellence, perfection, and discipline. So I did really greatly amazing for the month of March. And we are in the month of April. I like April too. April is giving me that girly vibe. When you hear the word April, it's giving girl, feminine. So welcome to the month of April. What plans do you have for the month of April? See, your year will only be different if you make a difference in that year. And we have plans for every year, but one thing I think you should also learn to do is you should cut your plans into months and into days. That's something that I've been doing has really helped me to achieve my goals. So now those goals that I have for the month of March, that I had for the month of March, I broke them down into weeks. I make sure that every day I add them to my daily activities to see how I can achieve them for the month of March. Because if you don't bring them into a particular day, you won't end up achieving them in that month. So what about plans you have for the year 2025? You need to break them into months and into weeks and days so you can achieve them. So for the month of April, it will be very, very successful and very excellent, very productive, but it all depends on what plans and what energy you put in place right now. Today is just the 3rd of April, so please don't sit and let things be. What will be will not be. I think I should let you know that what will be will not be. Bible says that you should work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Even after you've gotten your salvation, you have to still work it out. You have to work out your patience. You have to work out your faith. You have to work out your love. You have to work out your endurance. You will work those things out. So what will be will not be, except you want it to be. So welcome officially to the month of April, a month of great things. A month of great things. And I'm super duper excited. I want to just relax in the month of April. I can't even because the way I walked out myself in March, God, I was traumatized. I've never been so born out like I was before. My brain, I'll look at something and I'm reading differently. I will say as, I will say as if, because my brain was overworked. It was overworked. But I'm glad that I was able to do everything I was supposed to do in the month of March. So dearly beloved, March is before you. Whatever I make up of March is up to you. It's totally up to you. And I'm rooting for you in every step that you take. Make yourself priority and win. Because if you win, firstly, it is you that will partake of the winning for any other person would. So welcome to the month of April and excel. I'm rooting for you. So on this note, I'll be ending the podcast. I'll be saying goodbye. Have an amazing month of April, the most fantastic month ever. And God is with you in this new month. Take care of yourself and put yourself first. Bye.